Cryptocurrency as an industry is a tough nut to crack. It is quite difficult to predict the future of a crypto project which doesn't have a real world use case yet. Keeping this in mind, I have created this video as I will discuss a coin which has a real world use case and a good potential. Welcome to Katosh Tubes, I'm your host Paras, and today I will talk about this coin which is right here by the name VeChain VET token. I will talk about its use case, its benefits and drawbacks and many more. This coin has a real world use case and already been used by the top companies in their business operations. Before I start the video, if you are new to the channel, do watch the complete video and check out the link which I shared in the description where I have shared all the content related to this project and other crypto projects. Also, you can visit my website which is katoshTubes.com and read everything about any coin of your choice. Having said that, it's time to start the video. Before I take you through the topics that I'm going to cover in this video, you must comment below and let me know whether or not you are invested in VeChain and what are your price prediction according to your analysis. What do you think? Whether it holds potential or not. Having said that, let's talk about the topics that I'm going to cover in this video. I will start with what is VeChain. Then I will talk about what is VET coin. A difference between VET and VeThor, the two tokens of VeChain. Next, I will talk about how does VeChain work, and then I will talk about a little bit into VeChain VET Crypto ICO. Followed by, I will take you through the benefits and drawbacks, and then I will talk about the VeChain VET price prediction, and finally, is VeChain VET token a good investment or not? Let me start with what is VeChain. VeChain is a blockchain project which was founded in the year 2015 by this guy whose name is Sunny Liu. He founded VeChain with one focus in mind, and that is to make supply chain more efficient. And with the inception of this project, he is able to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the real world. This project has a real world application, which means it helps to make supply chain more efficient, more transparent, and more traceable. With this core focus, there comes the VET token. So VET token is the utility token, or you can say the smart money of VeChain. The key features of VET token is particularly on the governance part. It helps to maintain and secure the network, and also it acts as a smart money for decentralized application and help in transactions between the dApps. Apart from it, there is another token which is VeThor, VETHO. Now, VET token and VeThor both have a different use case. Many of the investors confuse about these two tokens when we discuss VeChain. To simplify that, I have made a quick table to compare between VET token and VeThor, their actual use case and their future prediction. So have a quick look of this table before we move on with the next topics. So I am comparing VET and VeThor based upon the following parameters. Number one is primary use case. So VET is used for governance and value transfer. VeThor on the other hand is used for paying for the gas fee. Number two, the total supply of VET is 86.7 billion. And on the other hand, we have unlimited supply of VeThor. That is quite natural because it is used to pay for the gas fee on the network. The next comparison is volatility, which means in VET it's very high and in VeThor it's quite low. And the next is store of value. VET is, yes, it's a good store of value compared to VeThor, which is just a token which is used to pay for the gas fee. So personally, I don't think it's a good store of value, and also its supply is unlimited. Next and final point is possible price appreciation. If you compare these two tokens, it is very clear that VET has a high chance of price appreciation when compared to VeThor, which is just used to pay for the gas fee, and hence it has a low possibility of price appreciation. So that completes the difference between VET and VeThor. Next, I will talk about how does VeChain work. So VeChain particularly works on a proof of authority consensus mechanism in which it has 101 trusted list of validators. Now each validator has a condition, and that is In order to become a validator, you must hold a total of 1 million VET tokens. And holding a VET token is not enough. You must reveal your identity if you wish to become a validator. And once you reveal your identity and you meet the criteria, it's up to the VET team, the VChain team, that will identify or approve whether or not you should become a validator. So that's how the VChain works, based on proof of authority and verifying validators that holds 1 million VET tokens with their identity revealed. That's the technical side how VChain works. If you want to know how VChain works on a real-time basis, which means on a day-to-day operation, you can read my post which is shared in the description of the video, and in that I have given an example of a real-time scenario in which VChain helps to make supply chain more efficient and more transparent. Next, I will take you through VChain ICO. So VChain launched its ICO in the year 2017 and raised a total of 200k or 2 lakhs Ethereum in value by selling each token at a price of $0.008. Now there is one thing that you need to take into consideration, that at the time of launch of VChain VET token, it was not actually VET token, it was VEN token, which is VEN. So VChain was originally based on the Ethereum blockchain before moving on to its own blockchain. VEN was an ERC20 token of VChain before switching to its own blockchain and turning VEN into the VET token. This covers the details of ICO. Next, I will talk about the VChain benefits. So number one benefit of VChain is real world use case. It is one of the few cryptocurrency projects which has a real world use case. Many companies has deployed VChain blockchain technology to improve their supply chain management. There are very few cases which have a real world use cases, like you have one called Brave Browser BAT coin with a BAT token, which has again a real world use case just like VChain but having a different set of purpose. If you want to learn about Brave Browser, you can click on the link in the description, or I will share the card right above somewhere here. You can check that out. The next benefit is first mover advantage. VChain has become one of the few projects that has a core focus on supply chain management. There is no competitor in its arena, especially in the crypto industry, which is either matching or competing with VChain. The number 3 and most important benefit of VChain is a strategic partnership. It is able to gain strategic partnership with the big players in the mainstream industries. The top partnership includes the likes of Walmart, BMW, PwC and Louis Vuitton. Now coming to the drawbacks of this project. Of course, there are benefits, but there are some hidden drawbacks of this project. The number one is competition from the mainstream companies. So there are companies like IBM, SAP, which are already leading in the race of supply chain management, and VChain is actually quite late to the party. In fact, IBM working with the top shipping giant, which is Maersk, I hope I pronounced it correctly, it is working with the top companies and building its own supply chain system, and that can be a threat to the growth of VChain, which is just a baby in the supply chain arena. The next drawback is China ban against crypto. VChain is based out in China, and any user who want to use the full potential of VChain blockchain has to hold VET tokens. Now this makes it difficult for the companies to hold a cryptocurrency and use its technology while the cryptocurrencies are being banned in the main country, which is China. And the next drawback can be lack of global acceptance. The adoption rate of VChain has actually slowed down after the onset of pandemic, and there is less demand of blockchain technology, particularly in supply chain management. So people or companies do not want to test new technologies and rather happy to go with the old methods. That's one of the drawbacks. And next I will talk about the price prediction of VChain. So VChain has its fair share of rise in the last bull run of 2021. It has rose to a level above 20 cents, and at this time when we are talking, it is already ranging in the range between 10 cents to 15 cents. Now, as the chart you can see on the screen, with this chart it is quite clear that in the coming bull run, VChain has a high potential of growth. So I won't be surprised given the price action that VeChain should be able to touch at least in the range of 80 to 90 cents in the coming bull run. On a very positive side, it can actually cross $1 mark, but that is a far-fetched figure. Because I believe the VET token is not much volatile in nature, that makes it able to cross $1 mark. So I reserve my price prediction between the range of 80 to 90 cent at the max. So that's about the price prediction. The next and final point is VeChain is a good investment or not? So VeChain has a real world use case. It is a cryptos which is actually being rolled out in the market and performing its operations efficiently. There is no hidden structure behind the VeChain Corporation. The company is stable and also genuine in nature. If anyone wants to put their money into this coin, they should be assured that this project is going to stay for a longer time. Since VeChain has a lot of competition, but that also brings a bigger room of growth. If you believe the blockchain project has the potential to change the supply chain management and bring more efficiencies to the system, then you can go ahead and park your money in this token. Otherwise, there are other cryptocurrencies which can be invested in to reap higher rewards. Particularly, I am neutral on these cryptocurrencies, and because of low volatile nature, I won't be investing in VET token as of now. But what are your thoughts? Are you invested in this cryptocurrency? Comment below and let me know. So this covers my detailed review of VeChain VET token. In the next video, I will talk about a new coin. So do like, share this video, and I see you in the next video. Till then, take care and have a good day.